Hey, what's up, everyone? I felt compelled to do a vlog because I know there's a lot of people out there at the moment throughout this period that are stuck at home, that are drowning in their own thoughts and are struggling a little bit. You know, I know there's a lot of people doing great things, but you guys keep doing what you're doing. But I'm talking to the people that are, just struggling a little bit with their own thoughts. Now, I'll be quite open with you all. I'm someone that used to struggle with my own thoughts. You know, there was a time in my life where I felt like I was not in control, and it was a weird time. And I want to give, and I know there's a lot of people out there who are going through a similar time right now. You may have not had that before in your life, but this lockdown and all these things that have been forced upon us have caused that. Or either there are people out there who have had some levels of anxiety and some levels of depression, and this has really increased it and accelerated it. So I want to share some of the things that I did a few years back, and that I still do today, that are habits of mine that help me maintain control, help me feel good inside, and help me do good, by others. So one thing that I recommend, and especially if you're stuck at home right now, is I would highly recommend learning a new skill or a new hobby. There is right now an abundance of programs, courses that are online that you can do. A lot of them are actually free by the government. At least they're doing something good. All right, I'll be nice, but yeah, at least there are things like that. There's also online courses. A good friend of mine recently told me that he's on module 11 out of 12 modules to become a broker, to do a course on becoming a broker. So that's fantastic. He's utilizing the time that he's got right now in order to upskill himself so that he can he can make more money. So there's a lot of things like that you can do right now. It might not be a course. It could be just picking up a new hobby. It could be something that you've always wanted to do, and now you've actually got the time to do it. I don't know. It could be putting together little airplanes, wooden airplanes. Gluing them together, doing all that sort of stuff. Whatever it is, do something that you will feel good about doing, and you'll actually enjoy doing. I remember reading this book, and it was about Abraham Lincoln, and Abraham Lincoln went through 2 nervous breakdowns. He suffered depression, and he had all sorts of mental issues throughout his life, but he changed the world, right? And he said something along the lines of, I must keep myself busy with my tasks and my mission in order to forget about my depressions. So basically what he was saying is that he has to keep himself busy so that he doesn't go back into the negative thinking, and he stays on course to the things that are important to him. So being busy is one thing that will really help, keeping yourself busy. Another thing that I think is really important is that you need to understand that there is nothing wrong with you. That was something that I had to really understand, for myself. So there's nothing wrong with you if you are someone who goes through anxiety, who goes through depressions, and has really in-depth thoughts. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you. Matter of fact, you are actually intelligent. It's something to embrace. You actually have a gift. It's all about how to actually use that gift now. And one way of using it is what I just mentioned before, is putting it towards something positive, something towards a new skill or a hobby that will actually make you feel good. Another thing that you can do that I learned from martial artists, there's also videos by Bob Proctor. You can YouTube him on actually how to do this next exercise that I'm going to discuss. And this is one thing that I learned, is that the will, so our will, is actually basically our focus, is actually a mental muscle that you can exercise and you can strengthen. So you can actually strengthen your will, and your will is the power of your focus. So one way to do that is actually to get a candle, and I would recommend doing this every day for at least 4 or 5 minutes for the next 90 days. You can do it twice a day, even better. But get a candle in a room, turn everything off, put that candle at a distance about 3 or 4 meters from you, that you can see the candle, and then put in between yourself and that candle your favorite object. It could be your phone, it could be your favorite piece of furniture, it could be something that would distract you. And the key of this exercise is that to just focus on that candle for as long as you can. And every time your mind wanders away, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back as many times. And you'll find that you will actually strengthen your willpower, your focus. And you'll find after many days, and even after a few months, you it might sound weird, but you become one with that candle. That's how martial artists do it. A lot of golfers do this. A lot of very disciplined people do this exercise day in, day out, and you'll find tremendous value, as I did, out of this exercise, because you will be able to control your focus. When your mind wanders away at something, you'll be able to bring it back and focus on something positive. So do that candle exercise. If you have any questions about that, please inbox me or comment below. The other thing that you can do is laugh. There's a video by Steve Harvey, and he talks about when he was at his mother's funeral, and he was in the depths of despair. It was the worst week of his life. You couldn't even talk to him, and he said that the pastor came up to them, the priest, and said to him and his brothers, "I want you to just talk about the things that your mother did that made you laugh. The funny things that she did." So him and his brothers started talking about all the things that his mum did, and they were laughing, and almost they were crying from laughter. And then the pastor, once they'd finished, said to him, "Just remember this: joy and depression cannot reside in the same place." So our brain cannot have depression and joy at the same time. So when we know that, it's very liberating. All you got to do is click on YouTube, find some funny videos that make you laugh. Read some things, look up dad jokes. I love my dad jokes. Look up some dad jokes, and they'll make you laugh. Another tip: so laugh as much as you possibly can, and that will release the right endorphins in your body, and then you'll naturally feel happy. You'll feel better. It's just laughter is the best medicine, as they say, and there's probably not many truer statements out there. So laugh. Last thing I would highly recommend is gratitude. The thing that helped me most of my life is when I realized that gratitude is the best form of attitude is gratitude. Whatever that term is, gratitude is the best attitude. Finally got it out. It is so true. What I would recommend is every morning when you wake up, write down things that you're grateful for. Even if you don't feel like it, but write down things that you're grateful for, and say a prayer. Give thanks for those things. It could be your health. Hey, you're able-bodied, you can walk, you can think. There's a lot of people that would give anything to be in your position. So just give thanks for the simplest things in your life, and make that a habit every day. First thing that you do when you wake up, write down the things that you are truly grateful for. I hope that helps. I'm more than happy to talk more in depth about any of these. If any of you want to inbox me and message me, I'm more than happy to elaborate. But I hope that helps. I think it's a critical time right now. Like I said in previous videos, that we come out of this situation stronger than ever. Let's all unite. And if any of you think that you might have a friend or family that might be not in the best position mentally, don't hesitate. Pick up the phone, call them, get on a Zoom call with them, get on a whatever you call it, Skype, and just make that person feel better, and you'll feel better for it. Peace and love and blessings.